Welcome back to the Nashville Nose. I'm your host, as always, Dr. Magnifiscent. Hoorah! Still here, still smelly, and still smelling things. Today we're gonna dive into a house that I have kind of overlooked throughout my entire fragrance journey. Nothing about this brand really excited me. They always seemed like a cheaper brand that made kind of subpar fragrances. But since I've been in the fragrance community, I hear a lot of hype about Hugo Boss's The Scent line. Oh, the scent, the only scent you'll ever need. Is that what they're trying to say? I mean, Dolce & Gabbana has the one, so I guess Hugo Boss has to have the scent. I've only owned one from that line for a while now, and it's the scent Private Accord. And I like this one. It's a gorgeous scent. I kind of wish it performed a little bit better than it does, but it's not terrible. From what I've heard though, Boss, the scent Absolute, has killer performance. I don't know if that's true. I guess we'll find out, because that's what we're gonna review today. Hugo Boss, the scent Absolute. And I've stumbled on it for a pretty good price, so I just thought, what the hell? I absolutely have a lot of Absolute style fragrances in my collection, and I absolutely love them all. I really dig Gucci Guilty Absolute. I'm crazy for Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio Absolute Instinct. Completely head over heels for Armani's Stronger With You Absolutely. And nuts for my favorite Armani code, Absolute. All of them tickle my deep, dense, ambery fancy, because they all just have that nice, warm, sweet, inviting thing about them. So I'm hoping that I will feel the same way about Hugo Boss's The Scent Absolute. And just for fun, we're gonna compare it directly to Boss The Scent Private Accord. Let's bust her open. Rip the plastic like a boss. Take off the plastic like a boss. Struggle with the plastic like a boss. Toss the plastic like a boss. Open the box like a boss. Dump out the bottle like a boss. Toss the box like a boss. Cower in fear like a boss. Now let's check out the presentation. Of course, like a boss. Like a boss. It's got the same bottle design, just like in the entire The Scent line. Only you got like satin finish copper accents, and the glass is a really dark ambery shade. I'm hoping that speaks a lot to how it will smell and perform, compared to the Private Accord bottle, which has more of a glossy, dark, coppery metal accent, but the glass is much lighter and much more transparent, and even the juice looks like a lighter color. So what I'm hoping will happen is that this will solve my performance issues with this. We will find out in real time. Both of these were composed by Bruno Jovanovic, who was also credited for being involved with the composition of Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. Hello again, Mr. Hunky. And now you're gone.
And it's gone.
I would own that bottle, but I just don't think it's healthy to start your day with a nice dose of abdominal insecurity. He's also responsible for the original Boss The Scent and several of the flankers. So what do you say we stop killing time and we give this thing a test drive? Time to diagnose. The doctor is now in. Let's go for it. Right over here, if you please. Not the best sprayer, but I'm nitpicking. Oh my. Yeah, I'm getting something really similar to a lot of things I've already smelled, but I got a nice burst of that sweet and fruity open and that sweet ambery syrupiness. It's definitely filling the room. Hey, it's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nothing all that special, but I do like it. It smells very designery. But a good designery. Yeah, it's really not unlike anything I've smelled before. It won't make you stand out. In fact, at least in the open, it's the least exciting out of the other 4 Absolute style fragrances I mentioned earlier. Yeah, but it's good. It's nice. I think that's all I can say. I think I might just need to give it a little more time. Really settle in. Maybe it'll get unique. It feels like the open is just very kind of stereotypical. It's starting to get a little bit more sexy as it's drying down, for lack of a better term. Maybe a little bit more spicy. I don't know, I'm too curious. Let's just take a look at these notes. The open smelled very typical. I hate when they do this. They only mention 3 notes. Pathetic. The top note is ginger. Okay. Oh, and of course the mid note is that world famous maninka fruit. The maninka fruit is what the scent line is known for. I guess that's what's giving me that fruitiness. And in the base we have vetiver. But there's a lot more going on in here, trust me. Why did they do it? Is it to avoid cloning? Is it to give the clone houses a harder time figuring out how to recreate it? Is that why they only list 3 notes? Or is it lazy? I don't know. Let's take a look at some of these reviews and see if anyone can mention a different note or anything else that isn't listed. Somebody claims that it smells like an underripe pineapple up close. Huh, that's not a very nice review. It smells like spiced honeydew melon from afar. Okay. But yeah, I kind of agree with this one person that says it's tangy, tart, and fruity, probably from the maninka fruit. Someone says it smells like a slightly boozier version of 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. I don't get that. I've smelled 1 Million, and I'll be honest, I think it's kind of gross. Yeah, it could just be the maninka fruit giving me that fruitiness, but I feel like there are more fruits involved. I don't know. I mean, I like it. I think it's good. I'm actually kind of curious to see how it stacks up back to back with my private accord. Let's just try it out. Let's put it on this hand. Why not? Let's dive in for science. Ooh, it's giving me a fresher sillage in the air. Ooh, that's gonna need more time to dry down. It kind of smells like paint when it's still wet. And I don't have all night. Come on! Most of this video is just gonna be me trying to get this thing to settle down. They both have that kind of designery thing, but I think the Absolute is more designery smelling, especially in the open. And this open is just kind of weird. It's been a long time since I've worn it, so my memory is not too good, but I believe this one dries down very nicely. Yeah, this one is a little bit more interesting, but I feel like Absolute would be the more people-pleasing. It is drying down really nice, actually. Now that it's blending with my natural skin chemicals, my natural musk, if you will. Yeah, it's actually really nice on skin. And so is this one. Private Accord is definitely brighter and fresher and a little bit more transparent. Not as sweet. It's kind of sharper, yet still fruity and nice. Kind of smells a little bit more niche-y, I think. Let's look up the notes for Private Accord just for fun. Maybe they'll list more than 3. Ah, they do. Here we have ginger and bergamot up top. The middle notes are maninka fruit, of course. Coffee, pepper, and pineapple. Okay, maybe it's a mental trick, but I think I can definitely pick up the pineapple in this one. Maybe that's what was giving me that brighter sharpness. Yeah, that's nice. The coffee, I'm not getting too much right now. Maybe that'll come more into play as it dries down. But in the base, we have cacao, woody notes, vanilla, patchouli, amberwood, and benzoin. So I'm wondering if some of those notes are also in the Absolute flanker. I think Absolute definitely has vanilla in the base. Maybe cacao, maybe amberwood, maybe benzoin, maybe patchouli. Maybe it has identical base notes. We don't know. And we never will know because nobody tells us. So stingy. But yeah. Overall, Absolute is sweeter and richer. Private Accord is brighter and fruitier. And I'm curious if they will start to blur together as they dry down in their development. What the hell? Let's just do that now. I'm gonna step away. You know how it goes. I'll be right back. Hello. Okay, well, this is interesting. It's dried down really nice. And the performance is really good. I actually really like it. I mean, it's really nothing special. It doesn't smell too indifferent than several other things out there in this similar Absolute ambery, sweet, warm, and cozy style, but it's a really solid designer scent for the cooler months. I can see it being a real compliment puller due to the really nice projection and overall pleasantness, and I think the average fragrance consumer would really love it. Now, as an artsy-fartsy artistic perfume nut job like myself, it's not firing up any neurons. It's not making me go, whoa. It's not sending any chills from my nose to my toes. No, nothing like that. But it is a lot better than many other things in this price range. These mid to lower price range designer brands. Now let's see how it compares to Private Accord. This one is pretty much disappeared. Yeah, performance on Private Accord is not all that great, at least on me. But the scent does really develop into something slightly more interesting. So this might be something I may have to really put on heavy to get it to last. I really like it though. I think it's a really really cool scent profile. Also, nothing really out there, but it has something unique about it. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite line in the world or anything that I will really seek after. I don't know if I will really be chomping at the bit for any other future releases, unless they release like a Boss the Scent Oud or leather or something really out there. Then maybe I'd give it a try, but I don't know if I'm really gonna blind buy any more from them. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I don't regret buying it, and I'm glad that I have it. I'm glad that I have both, actually, and I will definitely keep them, and I'll have fun wearing them. But I am quite an eccentric fellow, and it's not really in line with things that really get me excited, but it's just nice. In fact, those are my final thoughts. It's nothing exciting, it's nothing crazy, but it's really, really good. And it does dry down to a really nice, sexy base. Maybe due to the vetiver. I think there's definitely woods and vanilla in the base, maybe resins like benzoin. I mean, I guess we'll never know, will we? But yeah, if you like those ambery, syrupy, sweet, colder weather style fragrances in the absolutely, you know, whatever category. It's not the best, but one of the better ones. And it shouldn't be too hard to find in any store selling fragrances, so you may be able to sample it for free. Private Accord, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen it too much out and about, but I think that you will definitely be able to find Absolute. And if you do find it and you do try it, let me know what you think in the comments. I turn it over to you, my dear nostrils. And if you haven't yet, if you could, subscribe and support the channel, and show us some love by giving us a like. Ring the bell so you know exactly when I drop another one of these adventures. And if you could help us harness the power of word of mouth, share us on your socials, text us out to your friends, anyone you think who might find these kinds of videos interesting or useful. I'm here for you, and I love you. See you in the promised land.
Arrivederci, baby.
Until next time, you know what to do. You better stay smelly. The doctor is out.